A new report shows that big clean energy players have drastically lost confidence in Australia. The Clean Energy Investor Group says 77% of its members think the investment landscape here has deteriorated. Key to shoring up confidence is certainty, with rolling out transmission lines and closing down coal. Richie Merzian is the CEO of the Clean Energy Investor Group. Richie Merzian, welcome to The Business.
Thanks for having me.
Why the big drop in confidence? This survey's been running 3 years. Does it have something to do with Trump's love affair of fossil fuels? Is that making its way to our shores?
The US administration hasn't helped, but ultimately these are domestic problems that we have. It's taking too long to get projects approved. It's taking too long to get these projects connected to the grid, and we're facing increasingly higher costs, higher interest rates, and tax settings that are being introduced by the federal government that are a major concern. And when you look at Australia, its attractiveness has dropped year on year, and that's what we want to see addressed.
Late last year, the Environment Minister Murray Watt pushed through the long-awaited EPBC reforms to help fast-track the planning problems. Is that not helping yet?
The reforms are welcome. They're a long time coming. We were major proponents for that legislation, and it's a good thing that it's moved through. Now we're in the weeds. We're bedding down the standards that will help guide some of these changes. We're still teasing out what a streamlined assessment process looks like. We're still figuring out where the go, no-go zones are. We've only just set up the Environmental Protection Agency, which I think stood up last week. So it's still early days to actually benefit from those changes. And so the EPBC process, state planning processes, are still a challenge for many developers. We need to be moving through these processes faster. On EPBC, it's going in the right direction, but there's still a lot more work ahead.
As you say, quite a majority of investors are coming offshore. The government's CGT changes announced in the budget have also shown up in this report as an issue, even though there are some concessions for offshore investors over the next 4 years as we transition to these changes.
The CGT changes from the federal government are a major headache for international investors. What they're doing is they're moving the goalposts. We're going from 0 to 15%, so it's already a significant increase. That's only for the next 4 years. If you have a 15-year asset, 20-year asset, are you expected to just quickly exit the market over the next couple of years? Or do you want to see that asset out to maturity and then go and sell it? This is the real question. We're trying to build an entirely new industry with offshore wind. That won't be built by 2030. And all those investors are international. So if we're serious about the energy transition, align it with the tax transition, have it go out to 2050, have it go out for the next 20 years. That's what a serious government on clean energy would do.
Well, the federal government maintains that it's going to hit its 82% renewables target by 2030, but only 8% of your members believe that's possible.
Look, I'm one of those optimists of the 8%. I want us to hit that 2030 target. I want us to reach 82% renewables. We're about halfway there. However, things are trending in the wrong direction. If we want to hit that target, we need to build out our transmission. We need to improve our planning processes. We need to have competitive tax arrangements. And we need to be making sure that all the governments are working together, state and federal. All those things can be done. They're within our control, but we haven't seen that type of whole of government coordination and commitment just yet.
Very briefly, there's still over half of the investors that think Australia is a good place to invest in the renewable energy space.
Australia is an attractive place for clean energy investment. We've got great wind, solar resources. We've got a stable rule of law economy. We have a lot of things going for us, including the space, including the capability. If we can get the rest of these elements in line, transmission and planning and tax settings, then we can not just make 100% renewables, but then go beyond that, build all the clean energy we need to power an export economy of the future. That's what we want to see, and that's what we want to work towards.
Richie Merzian, thank you so much.
My pleasure.